Alright, welcome to another video on Pidini, doing stuff and filming it. We're going to do another product review because why not, really? That's what I do on this channel. I do stuff and film it, and occasionally I buy stuff and film that as well. So just got back from doing my weekly shop at Lidl. I didn't intend to do it at Lidl. I was actually going somewhere else, but when I got there you needed a £1 coin for the trolley and I didn't have one, so I couldn't shop there. Fortunately, Lidl do these massive walk-along baskets that you don't require a token or a £1 coin for, and when you're living on your own like I am at the moment, you can easily get a week's worth of food in there. So I went there, and for those of you that don't know, anyone outside of the UK, Lidl it's a budget supermarket, and it's very similar to Aldi, which I go to quite frequently, in that it has its normal food sections, you know, freezers, meat, veg, all that sort of thing, and it's all, you know, discounted prices. And then they have the centre aisles full of these like special products. I think Aldi call them special buys. I don't know what Lidl actually call them, but it can be quite random. Today it seemed to be gardening and DIY. Other times of the year it'll be you know, interior stuff. You know, there'll be furniture in there. It changes throughout the year. They'll obviously then have Christmas and Easter sections and such like. They were having like a camping and outdoor section, and I came across these Crivit camping cutlery. Now, they did do another version of this. It was like Crivit camping knife, basically just a pen knife. I've got loads of pen knives, so I didn't need that, but I don't have anything like this. Now, I was out and about with the dog the other day, and I took a packed lunch with me, and I try and get out and about as much as I can, and when I do, I take, well, obviously I take food with me. But I don't have any sort of portable cutlery. I will normally just take like a plastic spoon with me. So I saw this. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't very much. It was less than, like, I think £4. I'll look it up and show it on the screen if I can find the price. And I don't often buy things just because I want them. I'm quite tight, and well, money's quite tight at the moment anyway. So I thought I'd treat myself. So we'll open it up, have a look, and see what it's like. It comes in this rather annoying packaging that's sealed around the edges, and there's no way to actually get it open without a strong pair of scissors. I don't know why this packaging is still in use. All I can think it's for is to try and discourage people from returning an item if it's faulty or if they don't want it. You know, they probably think that if they've ruined the packaging, then the shop can turn around and say that they can't take it back because they can't resell it. That's the only reason I can think why this sort of packaging is still in use, because most stuff nowadays can be opened without damaging the packaging. But whatever, we've got a strong pair of scissors, so we're just going to cut down here. We'll cut through the bit that says 3-year warranty. Probably void the warranty in the process. Maybe that's what they're hoping we'll do. You see, even now I cut it, I still have to rip it open to get into it. That's just a piece of card. Yeah, it just tells me what's in it. Okay. So you get this little carry case, belt loop on the back, quite handy. There's something inside it. Ah, they're instructions. That seems like a lot of instructions. Oh, heck. Well, I always say never read the instructions. That seems like a lot of instructions for a knife and fork. It's all in different languages. I've already posted a rant video about excessive instructions. So, yeah, alright. We're not going to read that. Put that out of the way. Let's look at the main product. So, as you can probably see, you get a fork, you get a spoon, and the knife is this fold out bit in the middle. There we go. That doesn't feel especially sharp, but then again it's not for use as a cutting knife, it's cutlery, so it doesn't need to be excessively sharp. as long as it can cut your food. You're not trying to cut down a tree or skin an animal with it. So these normally come apart somehow. Let's see how we do this. This is the point where you're supposed to read the instructions. Oh, look at that. That's a slightly smaller spoon for, I don't know, maybe feeding children, I suppose. Interesting. Ah, it seems. Oh, that's how you do it. Interesting. Ah. So, I'll try and show this on camera. But to unlock it, you have to pull the spoon and the fork out, because when they're closed, it acts like a little locking bit, stops it from coming apart. Quite clever. So there's your spoon. So you would eat like that. And there's your knife. So I suppose you would put that away. I suppose you would eat like that. Got your fork. I mean, they're not the most ergonomic things in the world, but they work. I mean, you can hold them reasonably comfortably. So yeah, got that, and that's fine. That's about all there is on that side. Oh no, there's another little doobly-doo there. Oh, out you come. That's another small, well, barely a blade. There's no edge to it. Not sure what that will be for. What does it say it's for? Fork, corkscrew. Corkscrew's on the other one. Tin opener and bottle opener. I think that's going to be that thing. Yeah, there you go. So that will be the tin opener, because it has this sharpened bit on here. And that the inner section will be your bottle opener. Small spoon, check. Large spoon, check. Knife. And the only thing left is an awl. What on earth is an awl? A-W-L. I'm going to feel really stupid in a second, but let's Google that, shall we? Alright, well, you learn something new every day. So that little bit is called an awl, A-W-L, and it apparently, according to the dictionary.com, is a small pointed tool used for piercing holes, especially in leather. Now, this obviously, this is cutlery, so I don't know why you would be trying to punch holes in leather with cutlery or anything else, but I suppose that is quite useful to have for, say, opening packaging. You know, it's everything we buy nowadays comes in some sort of packaging, and some of it is really fucking annoying to open. So, all right, fair enough for including that. So we'll put that away. So it all just folds away like that. I'm betting though this can't be put back together with the bits folded away. Let's find out. We'll fold all that down. So you have to line the two. You get a lug and a hole on each one. So you line them up, and the idea is to just press them in. Oh, you can. Just about. It's not quite together. So I would say best to push these up and then press it down whilst holding them together. Alright, okay. Well, that's fine. And then when you want to eat with them again, you would pop these out and then they come apart. And you've got your fork and spoon, or you can swap that round. Knife and fork. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, slot that back together like that. Okay. And then the little case, if I'm honest, doesn't look big enough. Let's try it. Oh, it is. Alright, okay. Tell a lie. It's just about big enough. You can see that there. The Velcro just about attaches, but you can't get it the little flap all the way down, but it is in there. Maybe I've put it in the wrong way. Let's try it that way. Oh, 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 bloody hell. Bit better, more or less the same result. Going, I don't think it goes in sideways. No, you can't get it all the way in if you leave something sticking out. Alright, so it looks like the easiest way. If you put it in that way, the fork's going to get caught and you have to sort of angle it in. So it looks like the easiest way is spoon side down, spoon side in first, and then it just slots in and it more or less seals up. And then that can go on your belt or in your backpack. Ah, okay. For the price I paid, I can't complain. I mean, I can get that to close, but what I'm having to do is press the fork down and bend it, which is not ideal. And by proxy, I'm bending the spoon as well. Right, so first impressions. It's exactly what I expected. Believe it, I don't think I've ever actually owned a set like this. I've owned many a penknives and no end of camping gear. I don't think I've ever had one of these sort of split penknife style cutlery sets. In the past, I've always just taken a cheap knife and fork with me and just put it in my backpack. You know, and that's even when I was younger and I was, you know, doing some proper wilderness camping, as in back and beyond. Because I mean, it didn't really make any difference. Just I'd normally just grab some of my mum's cutlery out of the knife and fork drawer before I left and bugger off with it. So, but yeah, that's okay. That's quite good. Quality-wise, it feels pretty sturdy. I mean, getting them to lock together is interesting. You have to lift those up. Once you get them together, they do seem to stay. They don't seem to want to lock together. So you slot them in like that. And then you would have thought you just slap that down. But you see, that's not... That top one then hasn't locked in properly. So you've got to squeeze them together. Seems to be more the spoon end that doesn't want to lock together. Yeah, the fork end seems to be okay. You just snap it shut and it's locked, but the spoon bit, I see it's done it now. Showing me up. Okay, let's take it back apart. So, I mean, this fork bit, there's a little bit of flex to it, but I think because of the design, the way it's all got to fold up, they've had to put this weird bend in, which is then no doubt a weak spot. So I imagine if you pressed really hard on something, you're going to end up bending that back. But then again, if you're out in the field with this, what on earth are you eating? Are you taking like a steak with you and massively overcooking it in the middle of nowhere? That's just balmy, you know. You eat cheap sausages or something like that with it. So that's okay. Small spoon, well, I suppose that's handy if you've got small children with you. And you want to feed them baby food, you know. Big spoon's probably bigger than their entire mouth, so go with the small one. It's a nice little addition, quite thoughtful. And of course, bottle opener, can opener. I don't recommend taking canned goods with you if you're going hiking because, well, they're just heavy and cumbersome. And even after you've eaten them, you've then got to take the tin back, unless you're the sort of scroll that just litters about the place, just leaves it wherever you've finished with it. So, yeah, but still quite useful to have. Of course, bottle opener again. I don't really recommend bottled drinks, at least not the ones that have a a bottle cap on them. Resealable ones, yeah, your screw cap, but again, it's a nice addition. So it's interesting. It has this weird oil coming out of it. I've clearly oiled it. I mean, I'm sure it's perfectly safe. They're probably not just using normal grease WD-40. I mean, they might be, I don't know. But sure that'll go eventually. Just keep wiping it off. Only seems to be on the bottle opener, not on the actual cutlery. So, don't get that. And of course, corkscrew as well. Another feature I can't see me using. I mean, again, it's useful. If you've taken a bottle of wine with you, then corkscrew is going to be quite useful to have. But I don't see why you would, necessarily. I mean, if you were planning a picnic somewhere, you would just take a corkscrew with you. Just a normal kitchen corkscrew. If you're going hiking up a mountain, you're not going to take a bloody bottle of wine with you. For the same reason that you won't take tinned food with you. You just don't do it. But, you know, that's, again, they've just tried to pimp it out on the features side of it. You know, they've got this extra space. Let's just put them on. Probably didn't cost them any extra to put them in there, and it, you know, it makes it look like a better product, even if they are a little pointless. Let's look at this side. Interestingly, the spoon feels more sturdy than the fork. Not by much, but it is there. I'd have done it the other way around. I'd want the fork to be more sturdy. I mean, this is just for eating cereal, but okay, fine. And then there's the knife. Like I said earlier, it's not sharp. It's got an edge to it. You could sharpen it up, but it's for eating with. You're not trying to cut anything up with it other than cooked food, so it doesn't need to be especially sharp. It's certainly sharper than anything you would have in your normal cutlery drawer at home. So, and then, of course, the awl. Again, I think that's just been added because they had space on the product. Same way as the corkscrew and the bottle opener and can opener have just been added. But I suppose you could use that. If you had something you were carrying with it, came in some awkward packaging, that could be useful. Put that away. And then lastly, you've got your little keyring attachment, so you can hang it up if you're not using the case, whatever. So, yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy with this. I'll slot that back together. Seems okay. Put it away in its case. I'm going to put this in my hiking rucksack. And next time I do a video out and about, you might well see me using it. But yeah, for now though, that is the Lidl, call it the Crivit. I've never seen this brand before, but you know, whatever. Yeah, from Lidl, camping cutlery kit. Yeah. So yeah, reasonably good product, and I'm happy with that. Happy I bought it. Thank you for watching.